Moving to a smaller spread, another divisional matchup in the NFC West. Seahawks -1 in LA facing the Rams. 56% of the bets on the Rams, 83% of the money on the Rams as well, given that 27% sharp differential. The Rams don't excite me anymore with the amount of injuries they've had. They're obviously, Puka's look great, Cooper's look fine, but there are still Matt Stafford questions, which don't excite me. I want to lean Seahawks here because I'm sure people are backing the Rams based on the last couple of performances from the Seahawks, which we've talked about have been really inconsistent, obviously barely beating the Commanders, then getting destroyed by the Ravens. So I think it's easy to kind of be like on the fade the Seahawks trend right now. And that's why you see the public and the money on LA, despite I think the Seahawks are just better than the Rams. I think there's the whole McVay versus Pete Carroll thing at play here, which is always consistent in at a NFC West matchup with all those great coaches they've got down there. Except for
McVay owns them 9-5.
I know that's one of the reasons people are probably loving the Rams as well. So I want to lean Seahawks because I think what we've seen the last 2 weeks are just not their normal team. I think they're far better than that. However, inconsistencies on both sides of the ball have been such an issue. Like allowing the Commanders to nearly beat them in Seattle scares me, but I don't know. What do you think?
It will be all Seahawks fans there, that's for sure, because nobody shows up to SoFi Stadium wearing a Rams jersey. I think the McVay thing is interesting to me. McVay off a bye is a non-factor. He's 3-3 off of a bye, so don't even feed into that narrative if you're looking into this game. What I would say, though, is I wrote about this in my article because I got the Rams at +3 Sunday night, and that was what I teased the Jaguars with in my teaser. If you want to go with a much more by-the-book Wong teaser, then take this game out because the spread's moved to +1. Just go with the Jaguars down to -1 or -1.5, whatever it is, and then take the Steelers up to +7.5 if you want to go up with a by-the-book Wong. But I've got 4 teams I'm teasing this week, so you can pick and choose. In this game in particular, I really think that it's going to depend on if the Rams can stop the run, because Kenneth Walker's been really the only consistent piece for this team, because Geno is not really doing so hot compared to last season. They're throwing on 60% of their plays, and he's only throwing for 225 yards a game, even though they're throwing 60% of the time.
Wow.
It's not great for Geno. So if they can get the run going, that's great. I'm calling a bit of a fraud alert on Seattle because they've got wins. So they've got a 6-3 record, but 3 of those wins are the Panthers, Giants, and Cardinals. So that cushions the record a bit. McVay has Pete Carroll's number, and also in this series. So since 2017, when McVay took over, the Rams have only lost one matchup to the Seahawks by double digits, which is during the 2020 COVID season, which was why I loved getting them in that teaser up to 9 points. At +1, it doesn't matter anymore. But these games, the point is, these games typically seem to be close. They typically seem to be one score. So if you like one side or the other, don't worry about the small spread. It is going to be a close game in this one regardless.
So the Rams allow middle of the pack to one of the more prolific allowing sacks per game, 2.1, where the Chiefs actually allow the most, 3.4 per game, but they're still allowing more than the usual team. And then the Seahawks are top third, 3.3 sacks per game. So I talk about the offensive line of the Rams a lot, and that's one of the reasons that I don't necessarily agree with the public and money here. I understand the McVay trends. The Geno against the Rams, I think, is 0-3 ATS in his career. Due for a win, I'd say, but I don't think the Rams match up well against the Seahawks team. I don't, despite what's happened in Seattle and the Rams off a bye. It'll be a tough one. This will be a gritty game. I mean, the total seems high, 46.5, but the Seahawks we know can put up points. The Rams, if Stafford plays, can put up points, but maybe I take the under and just back on Stafford not playing. But if I backed on Stafford not playing, then I'd probably also just take Seahawks -1. So curious to see what happens with him for sure. But I'm going against the grain here, leaning Seahawks, and I know that.
yeah, I'm not going to pick. I'm just going to rock with what I got.
Cool. Don't hate it though. Don't hate it, especially with the line movement for you.
If you are watching this video, you made it this far, it means you hopefully like the analysis. So please give us a like, give us a subscribe, share it with your friends and family, everyone you know, share it with everyone you talk to, because that helps us out more than you can imagine. So really appreciate y'all supporting us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for listening. This is always Sharpen the Public, the only sports betting podcast focused on leveraging public betting trends. As always, Andy and I are here Fridays to preview every week in the NFL, talking about public betting data and everything that you can't get anywhere else. So thank you guys for tuning in and listening to us talk about every game on the slate here. Please keep checking us out. Give us a like, follow, subscribe wherever you're listening to, especially on YouTube. We're continuing to try to grow that platform as well. So thank you for checking us out everywhere. As always, we're going to keep plugging away, and hopefully we can continue to see some teasers go through the hoop, see some golden rule trend hits. It's going to be a good week. I'm sending positive vibes to our trends. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate it. We will catch you in the next one in the recap episode that comes out on Tuesday. Thanks for listening.
The boys bet better with beer.